Hey everyone, welcome back to Gear Shift Hub, where we dive deep into the most exciting two-wheelers on the market. Today, we're taking an in-depth look at one of the most iconic motorcycles to ever roll out of an Indian factory, of the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350. This machine is more than just a motorcycle, it's a symbol of timeless design, a blend of heritage and modern engineering that continues to win hearts around the world. If you're considering a mid-capacity cruiser with old-school charm but modern reliability, you'll want to stick around for this full breakdown. The Classic 350 has always carried a special place in motorcycling culture, and the 2025 edition continues that legacy while refining it in all the right areas. Royal Enfield has kept the heart and soul of the bike intact, its unmistakable retro styling, that thumping exhaust note, and its easygoing nature. But they've added several subtle upgrades for 2025 to make it even more refined, user-friendly, and versatile for today's riders. Let's start with the engine, because for many riders, the soul of the Classic is its motor. The 2025 Classic 350 is powered by a 349cc, air and oil-cooled single-cylinder engine from the brand's J-Series platform. It produces around 20.2 horsepower at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 27 Newton-meters of torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute. On paper, these numbers might not seem groundbreaking, but the Classic has never been about outright speed. It's about accessible power, smooth delivery, and a riding experience that makes every trip enjoyable. Royal Enfield has fine-tuned the fueling and engine mapping this year, making throttle response more linear and refined. The vibration levels are noticeably reduced compared to older models, making highway cruising more pleasant. The gearbox remains a 5-speed unit, and it's paired with a slip-and-assist clutch for smoother downshifts and lighter lever action. Gear changes feel crisp, and combined with the torquey nature of the engine, you can comfortably cruise at 90–100 km/h without the bike breaking a sweat. For urban riding, the low-end grunt means fewer gear changes in traffic, and the Classic feels at home whether you're commuting through the city or heading out for a weekend ride through the countryside. Royal Enfield has made sure the ride and handling are on par with its modern rivals while keeping that signature laid-back character. The chassis is a twin down-tube frame that offers excellent stability, and the suspension setup consists of 41mm front forks and twin rear shocks with 6-step preload adjustment. The tuning strikes a balance between comfort and control. Potholes and rough roads are absorbed well, but the bike remains composed during cornering. The brakes have been updated, too, with a 300mm front disc and a 270mm rear disc equipped with dual-channel ABS for confident stopping power. When it comes to design, this is where the Classic 350 really shines. Royal Enfield hasn't tampered much with the bike's iconic silhouette, and that's a good thing. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank, chrome touches, round headlamp with pilot lights, and spoked wheels all pay homage to its vintage roots. For 2025, the paint finishes are richer and more detailed, with new color options like Regal Maroon, Pebble Gray, and a stealthy black gold edition. The detailing is impressive, whether it's the pinstriping done by hand on some variants or the redesigned badging that feels both retro and premium. The seating ergonomics have been slightly refined, too. The rider's seat is more cushioned, and the handlebar position offers an upright, relaxed stance that makes long rides less fatiguing. The pillion seat, available on most variants, is equally comfortable, making the Classic a great option for two-up touring. The switchgear quality has improved with tactile buttons, and the instrument cluster retains a classic look but with modern functionality. A semi-digital display that includes an analog speedometer and a small digital panel for fuel level, trip meters, and odometer readings. Some higher variants also include Royal Enfield's Stripper Navigation Pod, which offers turn-by-turn directions via smartphone connectivity. Performance-wise, the Classic 350 is not a sport bike or an aggressive street fighter, but that's never been its mission. Instead, it offers a smooth, composed, and relaxed ride. The bike feels planted at cruising speeds, and the J-Series engine delivers power in a way that's confidence-inspiring for newer riders but still engaging for experienced ones. The exhaust note is another highlight. It's been tuned to produce a deep, thumpy sound that fans of Royal Enfield will instantly recognize, yet it's refined enough not to become intrusive on longer rides. Fuel efficiency remains a strong point, with the Classic returning around 35–40 km/L depending on riding style and conditions. Royal Enfield has also focused on practical upgrades for 2025. The bike now comes with improved LED lighting on certain trims, better corrosion resistance in its chrome parts, and a slightly revised air intake system that improves performance in hot or humid conditions. The wiring harness and electrical components have been weather-sealed to ensure better reliability over long-term use. These small but meaningful changes show that Royal Enfield is listening to rider feedback and continuously improving the Classic formula. In terms of pricing, the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 starts at approximately $4,800 in international markets or around a superscript 12.28 2.35 lakh ex showroom in India, depending on the variant and color scheme you choose. That price point makes it an attractive option for riders looking for a motorcycle with classic styling, solid build quality, and a dependable engine without breaking the bank. Compared to its competitors, such as the Jawa 42 or Honda CB350, the Classic 350 offers a more established heritage, a broader dealer network, and a proven track record of reliability. What really sets the Classic 350 apart, though, is its character. Many bikes in this segment are faster, lighter, or packed with more electronics, but few can match the emotional connection that the Classic builds with its rider. It's a motorcycle that feels alive, with a personality that encourages you to slow down, enjoy the scenery, and savor the ride. It's equally at home on a Sunday morning breakfast run with friends as it is on a solo journey through winding country roads. That blend of tradition and modernity is what makes this bike so appealing. Another unique selling point is its customization potential. Royal Enfield offers a wide range of factory-approved accessories, from touring seats and fly screens to luggage racks, engine guards, and different exhaust options. This means you can tailor the Classic 350 to your taste, whether you want to create a retro cafe-tilde copyright racer, a rugged touring machine, or just add a few personal touches. The aftermarket support for the Classic is massive, too, with countless third-party options available worldwide. For riders who appreciate attention to detail, the Classic 350 also stands out in its build quality. The paintwork, chrome, and fit and finish have reached a level where it can easily compete with more expensive retro motorcycles. Combined with its simple mechanics and robust construction, it's a bike you can maintain easily and ride for years without major issues. So, is the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 worth your hard-earned money? If you're after cutting-edge technology or blistering performance, it might not tick every box, but if you value heritage, style, and a soulful riding experience that's increasingly rare in today's market, the Classic 350 is hard to beat. It remains a motorcycle that transcends specs and figures to deliver pure motorcycling pleasure. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350. It's a motorcycle that respects its past while embracing the future, and for many riders, that's exactly what makes it special. If you're in the market for a mid-capacity classic with modern reliability and timeless appeal, this bike deserves a spot on your short list. Thanks for tuning into Gear Shift Huber. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts about the Classic 350 in the comments below.